Well, g'day. How's it going? What can I say? It's crazy Gabby. Anyway, what can I tell you which is really interesting? Well, the most exciting news is it's 16 days now until I end this long road, and it's been quite a long journey, which is amazing alone. What else is there I can say? My good friend Chelsea's coming over with me. She's a postdoc girl as well. Well, I will be. So she's coming over with me. So I am gonna have a friend with me. And that'll be really different and weird as well, because I mean I've travelled the world and seen many things in many places, and every time I've gone away I've never gone with anyone really, especially when I've departed Australia or coming back. So that is going to be a different experience. What else can I say? I'm very anxious and excited about it coming up. It's seemed to take so long at first, over the first, forget the other years, but at the beginning of this transition, it seemed to be really slow at first, and then it picked up a little bit of momentum. But in the last 6 months, it's just like gone kabang, and you know, everything had to be put into place in such a rush manner. I mean, it was planned to what places I would go to, but having to suddenly like boom, put it all together, get it into motion, and doing it legal the right way. I mean, that was a challenge. What else can I say which would be interesting? I've got my legs waxed again. It's the first time in 20 years that I've actually had my legs waxed, so that was pretty cool. I mean, I started getting ingrown hairs from shaving, so it was getting a little bit yucky and disgusting. So I didn't want that crap. What else? What else can I tell you which is of your interest? Not a lot really. Everything's been said. Everything you know of, you've seen the changes happening within my body, within my the slight changes in the face. You've heard the voice slowly and only very slightly increase in tones, and it will do so even more. Very much so over the next 2 months. I won't have the anxieties, I won't have the anger issues, not all anger issues, but I won't have anyone pushing that voice back, where I don't have to raise it, or I won't have to, you know. So yeah, this trip is about my surgery. This trip is also about me finally absolutely just letting go of everything in the past. I mean, you know, all dramas are, and I'm, in a way, it's like my time to switch everything from before off, away, goodbye. You know, I've had friends which claim to be friends and put limitations on how I visit them. Like, you know, I had one friend who doesn't want me to go over in a dress because his missus can't handle it. You know, all those dramas, all those type of people, I'm just going to, they're gone. I've been a weenie, if you want to call it, pushing myself away from them. I've made people in some way stay away in a sense, because, or push people away, because it's, in a way, it's just like a saying, if, you know, if you can push them away and they still want to hang around, or they still want to stay a part of your life, then they must really have some real genuine feeling. And that only works when it's all nice things which are said to you, not evil, nasty things, or, you know, that's like spawn lovers or jealous, you know, jealous, envious people, you know. Believe me, I've got some tapes. I've had some answering machines and fucking telephones. I mean, God, the amount of crap. Yeah, from his life, he had heaps of money. This life so far has been phenomenal. I'm on my second telephone because they're just so full of all ridiculous, stupid shit, which will be like amazing material to work from for future projects. What else did I say? All the haters have tried their own little way to piss me off or hinder what I'm doing in some little way. It's not worked. People didn't believe, even up to last week, even my own family didn't believe that I was actually going to go all the way through. I mean, to have your own nieces say, well, what, she's going to do it? I mean, you know, you don't start this process, what I've done, and what many, many women have done before, transgender women have done before me, without having an idea of what your final outcome is going to be. You've really got to have more than a desire to do what you're doing. You really got to be really conscious of what you're doing. You've got to understand more the implications that come along with it. It's not just your social, the hormonal impact upon your life, but also the social impact within other people. Yeah, it's better than 20 or 30 years ago with people, but it's still, it creates lots of dramas in their own heads. Not in your head so much because, well, it is in your head because you've got to deal with that crap. So, you know, like Johnny Boss, he tells the bitches that fuck off. What else can I say? I've done my clips. I've done all these clips you've seen here. I've been in many conditions. I've been, you know, happy, cheerful, excited, quite sad. But they're just done off the moment. They're just done spur of the moment. They've done how I feel right at that moment. And then they've been broadcasted. There's been no editing of anything. There's been no refinement of them. But within the new year, that day will change. As you probably could tell even by this video, compared to the rest, and even some of the changes which might be quite obvious if you're an intelligent person. If you're not, then well, that's just pretty sad. So the new ones will start soon. That's when I come back. 16 days away until I'm on the table in Dr Saran's hands, which I have great faith in what he will be able to do. It's 10 days until I finally meet Chelsea face to face, which is going to be an absolute scream. I mean, we're both full Australian, tall, strong, transgender women. She's post-op, I'm pre-op. We have both lived lives before, which we're not ashamed of, we're proud of, and we don't hide. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be like, you know, when someone said it's going to be like, when we land in Thailand, it's going to be like these two great big Amazon Australian women landing in Thailand, 6 foot tall, you know, not too petite, but with feminine bodies. So yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool. I'm also going to meet some other people there, and rare opportunities I will have to meet them. I'm going to meet Melissa Starr. She's been really good with some information, guidance over the years, over the last 2 years. I'm going to meet Paige Phoenix. I mean, he's been a card. He's entertainment on TV, as you would have seen, and on YouTube. And I've understood how he's feeling. I've enjoyed his trips as well. So I'm going to get to meet him as well and his wife. And a couple of people, and I'm going to get to see the cousin. So, you know, I'm not going to waste all these trips. I mean, I haven't been out of Australia. I haven't been out of South Australia in 7 years. My God, and that's a record for me. A major record. I mean, I used to come home, I think, for, I don't know, maybe 3 months at a time, and then I'd take off again. And I did that for nearly, like, 20 years. There was one time I stayed home for a little bit longer. But yeah, so, yeah, 7 years has been a record for me to stay home. So that'll be really good. Because Chelsea's gone the whole time. So, you know, that's why I'm going to mix. That's probably, what else can I say? I leave Adelaide on the 20th of January, and I leave Melbourne on the 22nd of January, and I arrive back in Australia on the 15th of February, and I arrived back in Adelaide on the 16th of February, for people who want to know my itinerary. What else? This transition, I had an estimation, or I had an idea. People tell you how much it would cost relative to things. I mean, everything has a cost. And going by old statistics, and it was quite expensive to do so. So it was a very big undertaking to do it if you thought of going by those costs. My transition at the present time, going by its calculations, and that's taking into account that I'm going to get my nose fixed eventually. I made a little bit smaller, and I'm going to get my teeth fixed up. So taking that into account, which will probably happen by the end of next year, my transition from going from a complete male to a complete female in gender and in clothes and everything which entails. Wow, you'd be really amazed. You really had to work it out. If you're not a girl or you're not a transgender girl, you would not understand. But anyway, it works around about 50 grand, so that's not bad. That's half of what the estimations out in the market are to do it completely. I mean, that's probably, I mean, that might be with the glam bit, but I'm not into glam. I can do glam, believe me. I do glam very well. But I'm just very casual, me, so it's probably a bit cheaper doing it that way. What else can I say? Trying to find things to remember, to what people might find of interest. I mean, Harriet had her babies. I mean, this is Adam. He's 7 weeks old, as you can see. It's my little polar bear. He's beautiful, isn't he? Go back there to sleep later. And there's Harriet over in the lounge. I mean, you know, everyone's met Harriet. I had to keep her, and I have to put a dog down as well because she's very old. So anyway, I hope this has been informative. If it's not too bad, if you enjoy the changes, which believe me, there is. Arms, shoulders, whole works. It's really coming together really well now. Oh, that's one thing. I've been off hormones now for 14 days, and you know, that's not a nice experience itself. I mean, fair enough, you go for the normal, like if you're into cycling, if you're transgender, some girls believe in that theory that cycling is a really good system because you're fully, in many aspects, mimicking a woman's lifestyle, hormonal rises and all the rest of it. Myself, I'm a believer of that, believe it or not. I used to cycle, as they call it. And you're going to do it fully or don't do it at all. It's just bullshit. So being off them 14 days has been not a nice experience. I mean, weakening of the arms, feeling in there, fatigue, bloating, pains in the abdominal area, feeling in areas which you haven't had feelings in. What else is it? Minor headaches sitting up the back of the head. Feeling of hunger. Yeah. There's been a few little bit of nasty, whatever I call it, but changes during that period of time. But I've still got another 16 days left, minimum. That's the operation, and usually probably a week after that. So I've probably got another 25 days before I can go back on hormones. But at least I don't have to take any more testosterone blockers. I mean, that'll be there. They're the dangerous. Well, they're the hazardous side of doing transgender hormone replacement therapy. I mean, those things come along with their own little dangers. I mean, if you take spirolactin, for example, you've got to be really careful of your potassium intake because you can get poisoned. So you got to watch your bananas and other things like that. The endocrine and the other ones, you've got to be careful because you can get toxicity to the liver and it can screw up your whole body, and you've got to come off hormones with it. So, you know, to not have them anymore is a God bless. If you're religious, God blessing or whatever. But yeah, so I don't have to take them. So it'll be just female hormones raging through my body, and the male ones will be totally gone. They won't have a chance to produce anything. So anyway, all right. Have a great evening. Thank you very much. It is now the January the 9th, 2013, 16 days away from my transgender operation, which in some countries is called sexual reassignment surgery, gender reassignment surgery, genital reassignment surgery, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So I'm just finishing something I started many, many years ago. Something I believed for over 43 years, consciously knowing that I was born in the wrong body, but doing the best I could to make dealing with what I had, and I did so for many, many years, and now I'm able to correct it, which is the best. It's only the voice to do. Close your eyes, and you'll hear him. Open them up, block your ears, and you'll see her. Oh, it was funny anyway. It works. Love you, take care. Get ready for the next one. This is second generation. Third generation, this is perfect. You'll see when she comes back from Thailand. Love you all. Bye.